Here's the reality. MIT's new Gen AI Divide report uncovers a huge problem for AI. It shows that 95% of generative AI pilots fail to deliver measurable business value. Only 5% succeed. Interestingly, though, the report said that those few successes accelerate revenue significantly faster than their peers using non-AI projects. So we're going to share some additional insights from this report today, but in short, the big takeaway is that this isn't a technology failure. It's a design and execution failure. So when we're talking about providing the benefit to the executive level of a business, clear analytics is key. And that's where you come in. With the right AI analytics, you can clearly show impact and ROI to the exec team and become the executive hero. So how do AI-based analytics help? In one word, clarity. Let's consider this from the executive level for just a minute. Executives today are in a tough spot. They're asked to do more with less, improve customer experience, reduce costs, and deliver real strategic impact. The good news is we've never had more data available to help us, but that's also the bad news. There's too much of it. That's contact center data, CRMs, digital channels, customer input. These are all producing mountains of data every day. So the challenge isn't lack of information. It's that it's fragmented and siloed, which makes it very difficult to connect that data back to business goals in a meaningful way. When your executive leadership or your board asks you to create a strategy around AI and artificial intelligence, what do? So AI analytics is a great place to start because it can turn this mountain of data into something meaningful and actionable. In short, data without clarity just creates noise. AI's interpretive ability provides clarity. Clarity leads to insights, and these insights lead to actionable items. So I want to give you, the executive hero in action. What's the hero moment? The hero moment happens when the manager goes from reactive to proactive and can start shaping strategy. The key to doing this effectively is clarity of insights. So we need to make it clear that as business leaders, the superpower isn't just having data. It's easily curating the data and turning the insights that you get from that data into actions. That's what AI is really pretty good at. So this is going to quickly translate insights into decisions. So rather than trying to collect all the data and slog through all the data and manually put together something that's insightful for your executives, it's going to do all that for you and essentially translate that into something that's distilled down into something that's easily digestible. Driving action across teams. It's also going to get that data to where it's presentable to your executives and your team members and specifically across department leaders, which is going to spark creativity and collaboration once they all get in the room together and start looking at the same data. It's also going to help to measure the impact and drive adaptation. So this cross-sharing is going to happen more quickly so you can increase the momentum of your continuous improvement cycles. So how do you make these AI insights happen? The clarity itself that you're trying to get to doesn't just happen. There's some deliberate steps that you can start with. First, you can define security and governance. Trustworthy AI requires data privacy, compliance, and oversight. We can definitely help with this discussion. Second, integrate into workflows. You've got to understand what your workflow is, assign ownership, and make sure that AI insights are built into the day-to-day processes. The best practice around that is just to start with one process. Focus on one process. Third, set measurable outcomes. You want to be able to tie everything back to profit and loss impact, not just vanity metrics. And then finally, you've got to decide your path. Do you want to start with maybe a point solution, an overlay solution, maybe something that's focused on a narrow use case that can be provided with a point solution? Or do you want to invest in an enterprise level AI platform? And increasingly, we see leaders choosing secure AI platforms where a lot of these secure AI platforms talk about the governance and security and adaptability to enterprise needs. That's all important. What they talk about specifically is eliminating shadow AI, and then also the ability to audit what your employees are asking your AI platform, your secure AI platform about. So you can run reports saying, here's the trends that we're seeing. And that's really the ground truth. But I would challenge that and say, you got to add one use case. You have to focus in on one pet use case like the Blazers did and say, what's the problem thing that's taken us, hours and hours every day, every week, every month, and we think we can condense that down into a much shorter time frame. So that's the challenge that I would put out there, is to add that one use case beyond what you're getting from eliminating shadow AI and adding the auditing capability. So these are some ideas for you. This is really where we can help separate the winners from the 95% that fail.